What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams. Thank you for joining me again today for another double feature. And the second feature today we're going to be taking a look at is Frozen as part of our 31 Days of Disney, featuring the voice talents of Kristen Bell, Adina Menzel, Jonathan Groff, Josh Gad, Santino Fontana, and Alan Tudyk. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, it's the second of our double feature here today on this lovely Sunday afternoon. We just got done talking about Wreck-It Ralph, and now we're going to be discussing Frozen. And as our movie opens, we learn that Princess Elsa of Arendelle possesses magical powers that allow her to control ice and snow, often using them to play with her younger sister, Anna. After Elsa accidentally injures Anna with her magic, their parents, the king and queen, take them to a colony of stone trolls led by Grandpappy, who heals Anna but erases her memories of Elsa's magic. Grandpappy then warns Elsa that she must learn to control her powers and that fear will be her greatest enemy. The sisters are then isolated within the castle, whose gates are closed off to the public. Out of fear of her increasingly unpredictable power, Elsa ceases all communication and contact with Anna, causing them to become emotionally distant. When the sisters are teenagers, the king and queen are lost at sea and presumed dead. 3 years pass, and the now 21-year-old Elsa is due to be crowned as queen. But she fears that her subjects will discover her magic and fear her. The castle gates are opened for the first time in years to the public and to visiting dignitaries, including the scheming Duke of Weselton and the handsome Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. Elsa's coronation proceeds without incident, but she remains distant from Anna. Anna and Hans begin to develop a romantic connection during the festivities, and he impulsively proposes to her. But Elsa objects when they come seeking her blessing. Hurt and confused, Anna protests, begging Elsa to explain her fear and her isolation. The emotional strain causes Elsa to accidentally unleash her powers before the court. Branded a monster by the Duke, Elsa flees to the North Mountain, where she finally acknowledges her powers, building an ice palace in order to live a hermit life. Now, unbeknownst to Elsa, her magic has caused Arendelle to fall under an eternal winter. Anna ventures out to find Elsa and try to end the winter, leaving Hans in command of the kingdom. After getting lost, she meets an iceman named Kristoff and his reindeer, Sven, recruiting them to take her to the North Mountain. An attack by wolves damages Kristoff's sleigh beyond repair, and forced to continue the journey on foot, Anna and Elsa end up meeting Olaf, a talking snowman unknowingly created by Elsa, who offers to guide them to her. When Anna's horse reports back to Arendelle without her, Hans sets out to find her, along with the Duke's minions, whom the Duke secretly gives orders to kill Elsa. When Anna reaches the Ice Palace and reveals to Elsa what has become of Arendelle, a horrified Elsa confesses that she doesn't know how to undo her magic. Her fear then causes her powers to manifest themselves once more, and she accidentally freezes Anna's heart, mortally injuring her. In desperation to keep Anna safe, Elsa creates a giant snow monster named Marshmallow, who chases Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf away. Realizing the effects of Elsa's spell on Anna, Kristoff takes her to the trolls, who are his adoptive family. Grandpappy reveals that Anna will freeze solid unless an act of true love can reverse the spell. Kristoff and Olaf race Anna back home so that Hans can give her true love's kiss. Hans and his men reach Elsa's ice palace, defeat Marshmallow, who falls into a chasm, and capture Elsa. Anna is delivered to Hans, but rather than kissing her, Hans reveals that he was actually planning to seize the throne of Arendelle by eliminating both sisters. Hans then locks a heartbroken Anna in a room to die, and then manipulates the dignitaries and the Duke into believing that she has already passed away from Elsa's spell. He then orders the Queen's execution, only to discover that she has escaped from her detention cell. Anna is freed by Olaf, and they venture out into the blizzard in order to try and meet Kristoff, whom Olaf has revealed is in love with her. Hans confronts Elsa outside, claiming that she killed Anna, causing Elsa to break down and abruptly stop the storm. Moments before Hans can kill Elsa, Anna leaps into the way and she freezes solid, stopping Hans. Devastated, Elsa hugs and mourns over her sister, who begins to thaw out as her heroism constituted an act of true love. Realizing that love is the key to controlling her magic, Elsa dispels the eternal winter and gives Olaf a small flurry cloud so that he can experience warmth. Hans is arrested and banished from Arendelle for his treason, while Elsa cancels the trade agreement with Weselton in order to get back at the Duke. Anna gives Kristoff a new sleigh and the two kiss. The sisters are reunited, and Elsa promises to never lock the castle gates again. In a post-credit scene, Marshmallow, having survived the fall, finds Elsa's discarded crown and places it on top of his head, and our movie comes to its close. I know Frozen is a very polarizing movie for a lot of people, mainly because it just seemed to consume everything Disney did for a while. The song Let It Go was everywhere. Theme park changes were turned into Frozen things, and a lot of people just felt it was too much too quick. Looking at the business side of things, why wouldn't you capitalize on something that's a gold mine? But from the public eyes, I can understand why some people felt it was too much too quick. It took a minute for me to see Frozen initially because my daughter was at that age when this came out. She was about 5, I want to say. And it just was everywhere. She would listen to the soundtrack in the car, and I had never seen the movie at that point. So I'm just hearing the music. And you start to formulate your own opinion about the movie based on hearing the songs over and over again. I remember hearing Do You Want to Build a Snowman? And when you get to that little interlude in the song where the dramatic music swells because it's the scene in the movie where the shipwreck occurs, and thinking, man, this is such a depressing song. And I would hear Let It Go, and I would think, man, this is a great, powerful song. This is such a spiritual, uplifting song. Then I went and I saw the movie the first time. And while I thought that something like Do You Want to Build a Snowman would just rip my guts out, it ended up being the latter. It ended up being Let It Go that just tore my soul to shreds. And to this day, I can't hear it and not cry because everybody thinks about what Anna's gone through. And yeah, she got injured by her sister. She ended up getting isolated from her. All she wants is for her sister to give her the time of day. And she just doesn't get it. And you feel for Anna, you do. But no one stops to think about what else has gone through. As she suffered all the same stuff as Anna, she's living with the guilt of the fact that the reason she can't hang out with her sister is because she did something. She also has to live with the fact that her parents are deemed dead. She knows that come a certain age, the entire weight of the kingdom is going to be put on her shoulders, and she's got these monstrous powers. Nobody thinks about what Elsa goes through. And that's what that psalm is all about. It's like, look, I've had to deal with being told to not be who I am for the better part of 21 years. Screw you guys. I'm free now. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. Deal with it. And it's such a powerful moment that it just rips your heart out. The story here is so good. And then, the reveal of Prince Hans. I remember seeing this for the first time and just being beside myself. Oh, Anna, if only there was someone who loved you. What? To the point where every time I would show this movie to somebody who had never seen it before, I made sure to kind of, in my peripheral vision, keep my eye on them when the reveal came to see how they reacted. Every single person I showed this movie to wanted to jump into the screen and beat the crap out of Hans. It's so well played. And then you have the theories behind the movie. We talked a little bit about it when we did Tangled, and the theory of how the king and queen of Arendelle, Anna and Elsa's parents, were on their way to Corona to see the wedding of Rapunzel and Flynn Rider when the storm hit and they got lost at sea. And because of geographically where the two movies take place, that would place the shipwreck right around the Sea of Denmark, which is where the Little Mermaid is. So the ship that Ariel sees in the beginning of the Little Mermaid is supposed to be the king and queen of Arendelle's ship. But it doesn't end there, because there's a theory that they don't die and they wash up on shore and they end up living life in the jungle, where they give birth to a boy named Tarzan. Who meets Jane, who is a descendant of Belle, because she has Mrs. Potts and Chip, obviously a family heirloom. They're no longer human because the curse has been broken on the castle, but she has them. So now you start to put all these little things into a sequential order, and it's just like, if these theories are true, Frozen is connected to Rapunzel and Tangled. And you know there's a slight connection there because when the gates are being opened up in Frozen, you see short-haired Rapunzel and Flynn walking across the bridge. It's part of the celebration. So that adds a little bit of credence to that one. So the king and queen of Arendelle were on their way to Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding when the shipwreck happened. And like I said, you got a little bit of credence to that there because Flynn and Rapunzel are coming in for the coronation ceremony. The shipwreck is discovered by Ariel and the Little Mermaid, but they didn't die. They washed up onto a shore, gave birth to a son named Tarzan, and are killed in the jungle by the animals. Tarzan meets Jane, who's a descendant of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. What do you guys think of this Disney theory? Let me know in the comments. Sound off. Have you ever thought about it? Let me know. I think I've waxed enough proxy now on Frozen, being this 46-year-old man talking about this princess movie. When it comes to my rating of Frozen, after hearing me talk about it the way you did, it should be no surprise it gets 5 out of 5 stars from me. What do you guys think of Frozen? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And we're going to be taking a look at Big Hero 6, featuring the voice talents of Scott Adsit, Ryan Potter, Daniel Henney, TJ Miller, Jamie Chung, Damon Wayans Jr., Genesis Rodriguez, James Cromwell, Alan Tudyk, Maya Rudolph, and Stan Lee. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Big Hero 6 tomorrow, and we still have about a week, give or take, worth of movies right here on Renegades Reviews as we continue our 31 days of Disney. You don't want to miss any of it, so make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE watch-along coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Kristen Bell, fans of Idina Menzel, fans of Jonathan Groff or Josh Gad, fans of Frozen. Anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content in this video, share it with them, as it's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are in fact a monetized channel right here on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody out there who joined me and tuned in this afternoon. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And I will see you guys next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.